Alright, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, Codename Agent. Who? Oh, it's Danger, god damn it. And man, it feels good to be back. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Now, some of you guys may be wondering just what the heck am I talking about? I mean, it feels real good to be back in Marvel Future Fight and be very, very excited. If you can't feel the energy, man, trust me. You know what I'm saying? It's here, boys. That heat just touched down. We got sneak peek number 1 for the next update. And honestly, this is gonna be an amazing update one way or another. I'm calling it right now. This is gonna be one to remember. Ladies and gentlemen, it's another mutant update, and those don't come without controversy. But trust me when I say this one might be one you want to be a little bit optimistic about, because it could possibly bring in some fan favorites that people have been requesting for quite some time. And in addition to that, some justice for some long overdue characters. So let's talk about it. Now, I don't know about you guys, but for me personally, right, the last couple days have been very dry in Marvel Future Fight. And you can kind of tell by the fact that I went from uploading twice a day to once a day to every other day or so, right? Basically playing other games to kind of like ease my boredom waiting for the first sneak peek to touch down. And man, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this one caught me slipping. I was hoping for another mutant update in a month or two because my mutant materials are all filled up and I just have to keep selling them, even with the new cap. But I definitely was not expecting something this awesome. So, March sneak peek number 1, right? Greetings, agents. This is CM Fragment of the Marvel Future Fight team. I've received notice from my sources in the field that the mutants are on the move. So those of us at S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters have begun an investigation into this sudden change in behavior. Our aim is to meet with them to discover the purpose of this spike in activity and enter negotiations, right, about what this will mean for the future. And then we have this image right here. And this, oh my goodness, this is probably one of the best sneak peeks we've ever gotten in picture format. We've gotten some amazing ones in video format, but this right here is absolutely amazing. Some of you guys may be looking at this and you're like, what are these random freaking letters? Like, you know what I'm saying? This is just gibberish, it's nonsense. Actually, it's not. It's actually a language that the mutants now use in the comic that this update is going to be based on. House of X, Powers of X. The language that you see here is actually Krakoan. Yeah. These languages, these words over here on the right side, right? They're names for mutants that we know and love. Jean Grey, Magneto, and Wolverine. Don't believe me? Stay tuned, you'll find out. But that's not where it ends, right? If you look closely on this image, whose face do you see right here? You can see the shape of the M, you can see the eyes, you can see the helmet. That's Magneto, baby! That's a new Magneto uniform coming, baby! My man's getting his white suit. I have him at tier 3, and it looks like he's finally gonna be getting some heat. I can't wait for it. Kinda sad that I took my rage off of him, but it's fine because that's freaking awesome. On this side, we got another one. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see the spiky ears. You know what I'm saying? Our lovable midget, that 300 pounds of rock hard muscle. It's our main man, Logan. You can't see it? Look closely, man. Look closely. You can see it, man. It's right there for you. And then the demon of timeline. Yeah, it's another Jean Grey uniform, ladies and gentlemen. Brace yourself. They could either nerf her for PvP or make her even more busted, but I think they're probably going to buff her in PvE. But the thing is, I can already clear 99 ebony with her in PvE, so I'm like, I'm not here for another Jean Grey uniform, but I'm here for another Jean Grey uniform if it fits the theme of the update, and it does. So yeah, Jean Grey, Magneto, and Wolverine getting uniforms. I'll show you guys the official picture in a second. You'll probably see it in the thumbnail already, but it is what it is. Over here though, that's what like seriously, this is why I said this right here is one of the best picture sneak peeks we've ever gotten. Shout out to whoever makes this thing, man. Like, it is absolutely like filled with information. So right here, Power of X, Powers of X, MFF 5.90. Basically telling us what the next update is gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, but it doesn't end there. Let's go down to the bottom. Reborn, new world, named Krakoa. Okay? If you don't know what Krakoa is, it is essentially a living island. Do you guys know Ego, the living planet? Yeah. So this is basically a living island, and the mutants have now relocated in the Powers of X to this island, right? Basically, all the mutants around the world have joined hands, and they're coming together as one to live on the same island for basically the betterment of themselves to prevent future like assaults from humans. However, they are actually more formidable than any one of us would ever think they would be, right? They have some crazy superpowers leading this new nation of Krakoa, right? I mean, the council members, the people who make the laws of the land on Krakoa, Professor X, right? Right there. So that could be a new character for this update. But it doesn't end there, ladies and gentlemen. Magneto, Apocalypse, Mr. Sinister, Exodus, Mystique, Sebastian Shaw, Emma Frost, Storm, Jean Grey, Nightcrawler, Cypher. And obviously, since this is a living island, the island itself is a part of the council. Ladies and gentlemen, when you have Magneto, Apocalypse, and Mr. Sinister in the same room and they're all working together, that's a freaking dangerous situation. And when they somehow are able to work side by side with Jean Grey and Professor X, oh my goodness, like, I can definitely see why S.H.I.E.L.D. is worried and they want to negotiate. Because if they want to, they could literally launch a full-scale attack on the world, kill everybody, all right? By the way, people like Sabretooth, yeah, he's there too. However, he got exiled because he killed a couple humans. And that's one of the laws of the land on Krakoa. I think the first law is mutants must create other mutants. So mutants have to breed with other mutants, right? Because this land is only for mutants. And I think the second law is mutants cannot kill humans. And there's another one that I'm forgetting right now. It's been a little while since I've read it. It's only 6 issues, guys. You definitely should read it. It is absolutely fantastic. Now, let's go on this side. Yes, there's more in this freaking picture, right? The world of Xavier. Obviously, House of X, House of Xavier, Powers of X. Anyways, and the woman named Moira. Now, basically, this is a woman that Professor X meets at the beginning of the Powers of X. And she has the power to basically resurrect herself every single time she dies. Essentially, the power of rebirth. The power that every single one of us as human beings would like to have. Essentially, every time she dies, she comes back with all of the knowledge of her previous life. Just imagine that. Imagine that. Every life you live, you get to keep the knowledge. And as a baby, you are aware that you have lived before. You have every single bit of information that your previous life collected. You also have the skills that you learned in your previous life right at birth, right? And essentially what happens in this comic run is she meets Professor Xavier and she shows him the future and all the lives that she's lived before. In one life, she teamed up with Magneto, tried to see if mutants could coexist with humans, didn't work out, she got killed, right? In one life, she teamed up with Professor X, it didn't work out, she got killed, Sentinels take over the world. One life, she teamed up with Apocalypse, one life, she teamed up with Mr. Sinister, and basically, her goal is peace for mutants and humans as well. And she's tried basically everything she could think of to find the answer. And every time it results in her own demise. And she comes back with all that knowledge and she allows the professor to read her mind. Now, for her, every time she dies, she goes back to the moment that she was first conceived, like the first time she was born. So let's say, for example, she was born in 60, right? And then she lived until like 2020, today. She dies today. She actually gets born again in 1960. So nothing changes time-wise for her, right? She's just going back to the past, essentially, with all of the knowledge that she gained in the 60 or 80 years or whatever that she was alive. Freaking insane, right? So she gives the professor all of this knowledge and blows his mind because the professor thought his way was the right way, obviously, right? And then once he realized my way didn't work, Sentinels still took over the world, right? They went to Magneto, showed Magneto his way is also not the way, right? Mutants still freaking lose. Sentinels take over the world. They go to Apocalypse, they go to Mr. Sinister, they go to everyone that's a part of this council and show them the future. And essentially, they all, for the most part, come to an agreement that all of them collectively working together, living together, is the best way to ensure that mutants survive and thrive. It's actually an amazing comic run, and I implore all of you guys to give it a read. It's absolutely fantastic, ladies and gentlemen, right? And at the bottom here, there's really nothing else besides the Marvel Future Fight thing. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely amazing. Okay, let's actually pop out of here. Hold up. There is a little bit more. I didn't mean to like click right back to the front page. Anyway, it says, agents, please help me identify these individuals. Once you figured it out, please enter the correct answer in the link below. All you have to do is enter Magneto, Wolverine, or Jean, and you'll be presented with this image right here. And as you can see, just like I mentioned previously, we got Lord Magnus front and center. We got Logan off to the side, and we got Jean Grey. No, it's not Scarlet Witch, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, her uniform is gonna come when she gets her Disney Plus TV show, possibly, or maybe no uniform. Maybe it's just a tier 3. Anyway, so we have some laws here. Actually, yes, the third law was respect this sacred land, which is basically just to follow the rules, right? So it says make more mutants, murder no man. By man, they mean no human, because mutants consider themselves to be a different race, right? So anyways, so those are the 3 laws that I was talking about before. It's actually so good. Like, honestly, this is an absolutely fantastic sneak peek, man. Again, I have to give major props to whoever or like whatever team makes these sneak peeks. And that's why I feel really bad when stuff gets leaked early, because this is absolutely fantastic. We're getting confirmation of 3 uniforms, right? And in addition to that, we could be seeing multiple, like 4+ new characters. Now, Apocalypse and those guys are already in the game, but people like Mystique, right? She's a part of the Quiet Council that rules over this land, right? We could see Mystique in the game finally. We could see Mr. Sinister in the game finally, right? We could see Professor X, because this is the House of X. It doesn't make sense for us to have a House of X, Powers of X update without Professor X, right? We could see Cypher. Oh my goodness. Wow. Just wow. And let's jump over Twitter for a second here to kind of give you guys some more information. So over on Twitter right here, as you can see, they said something sinister. Yeah, something sinister is coming to Marvel Future Fight. However, we're confident our agents are capable of adapting to the change. And it's the same image that they posted on the forum. This is just absolutely amazing. So basically right here on Twitter, they're telling us something sinister is coming. It could mean a new game mode. Maybe the land of Krakoa could actually be a place that they put in the game, and that could give us a game mode like we've been wanting, because the content's been kind of stale lately. So not only could we get some fan favorites and some uniforms for characters that truly deserve it, like Magneto and Wolverine, right? We could also see a new game mode on the land of Krakoa. It's just absolutely amazing. Like, this has me like shaking with excitement. And that's why I said it feels good to be back. It feels good to come into this video and just be very, very excited, because most of you guys know, if you've been following the channel for a while, I'm generally very, very excited. I share my emotion with you guys. If I'm upset, you guys can feel it by how I talk. If I'm angry, you can feel it. And when I'm excited, you can also feel it. And that's why some people are always asking me, bro, why are you always excited in these videos? You can't. Yes, like when I'm excited, that's when I make videos. If I'm not excited about something, I'm probably not gonna make a video about it unless I think it's very, very important and I just want you guys to be aware of it, right? So ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna wrap this thing right here. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Leave me your thoughts in the comments, how you're feeling about a Powers of X update, man. And the possibility of finally getting Professor X in the game like most people have been asking for ever since Mutants touched down. I, for one, I am living for a Wolverine and a Magneto uniform that gives these characters the justice they deserve. No, Wolverine is not the worst character in the world, but compared to other tier 3s, him and Magneto, they are not worth investing in, and I want that to change. They definitely deserve to be a force to be reckoned with. And considering the fact that this is gonna be Wolverine's 4th uniform, listen, I don't want to wait until he has 10 uniforms for him to be good. Captain America. Imagine if Captain America gets a mutant uniform. Okay, I'm signing off. I'm gone. Ladies and gentlemen, take care. Be safe. It's crazy out there in the world right now. I love you guys. I will catch you in the next one. No more Captain America uniform in 2020. Please. Thank you very much. I'm gone.